97 at Troon. I was really disappointed in how things went on Saturday. I didn't tee off till 3:30 or something on Saturday, so it was probably 9 o'clock or so before I got into the hotel restaurant to order dinner. And I was just sitting there by myself and kind of licking my wounds a little bit. I wasn't in a great frame of mind. I was disappointed. And Jack and Barbara Nicholas were sitting over on the other side of the restaurant. It was kind of starting to empty out a little bit. And Barbara Nicholas walked over to me. She put her hand on my shoulder and she leaned over into my ear and she said, you can still go out and win this tomorrow. Now just go out and do it. And right then and there, I flipped the switch. Barbara Nicholas flipped the switch. I didn't flip it. She did. I immediately started thinking about, okay, today is finished and over. What do I need to do tomorrow to win this golf tournament? I thought, well, I've got two players who have not won a major championship before. Neither had I. But they had won before that were out in front playing the last group. I was 5 back. The front 9 at Troon, which was playing much easier than the back 9, had a little helping breeze. And I thought, I can get to both the par 5s. Some of the par 4s I've got short irons into. If I can go out and shoot 4 or 5 under on the front 9, and neither of those guys play, great golf or go run out away from it, I can get myself back in this. And that hole from, her putting her hand on my shoulder to the first tee on Sunday, it was all about, okay, what am I going to do to get back in this and win this tournament? Complete change of mindset. And I went out on Sunday and I played great on the front 9. I shot 5 or 6 under and turned around the back 9 and, I was within 1 or 2 of the lead. Kind of lost track of the leaderboard on the back 9, and because it was playing more difficult and I found a way to make pars. So 17's, 220 something yard par 3 into the wind, and I hit one of the best 3 irons I've ever hit to about 30 feet. And so I've got this putt from the back part of the green, putting back up the slope slightly, and I knew 3 feet out that the ball was going in. The hair on the back of my neck started to stand up, and so I made that putt. Everybody, I wouldn't say they went crazy because obviously a lot of people were rooting for A, Fred Couples, but B, for, the group behind us, Darren Clark and Jesper Parnevik. But it was a nice roar, and so it was a good walk back to the 18th tee, back from 17. And so, it takes a couple, 3 minutes. And so I had time to kind of calm down and get my emotions back in check and figure out what I need to do on 18. I didn't know at that point exactly where I stood. I knew I was close. That may have been to take the lead. And as we're standing on the 18th tee, the 16th green is very close by. And I hear a big groan. And I didn't know what had happened, but somebody missed a putt. And that groan was probably a good thing for me. So I put the driver back in the bag and I just hit 3-wood. There's a bunker way down on the right, and if I'd gotten a really hard bounce, it was probably possible to go in. So I chose 3-wood. I hit it up the left-hand side, and I couldn't tell if it avoided one of the fairway bunkers or not. But by the time I got up there, it just missed the fairway bunker. I hit a 6-iron in the middle of the green about 35 feet. So I lag it up there at about a foot. I tap it in, and I hadn't even looked at the leaderboard yet. And so my caddy, Bob Reifke, puts his arm around me, and he said, "Great plan." He said, "Do you want to know where you stand?" I go, "Yeah, I really do." He said, "Well, you're leading by 2." And so walk off the green, go to the scoring trailer. Fred congratulates me, and I'm sitting there watching the last group play the last hole, and not even realizing what I'd done, because for 20 hours now, it was all about what do I need to do to even make this moment possible. And so I couldn't quite enjoy it just yet because I was still just in that mode, in that way of thinking. And so as I'm walking out of the scoring trailer to go out on the 18th green and accept the claret jug, Tom Kite's there. He's was captain of the 97 Ryder Cup team, which had yet to be played. He was about to get on a plane and go down to Valderrama and do some stuff at the golf course where it was going to be played. He drove back from the airport to congratulate me for making his Ryder Cup team. Great experience there. And then walk out to the 18th green, and I was handed a couple of note cards by the press secretary, and I just started speaking, and it kind of hit me as to what I just accomplished. So got through the speech, go through the press, all the obligations there on Sunday night, and I get back into the locker room. Finally, it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and my caddy was there with the clubs, and he was a few beers in, and he said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, let's go back to the hotel. I want to call, my folks and Randy, and I'm gonna have you go into the bar and just order a couple pizzas and as many pints as we can fit on a tray, and we're gonna go out to 17 green and have dinner." So it's exactly what he did. We carried pizza and beer out to 17 green and sat there with a claret jug and had dinner where I made that putt on number 17. So great moments, great memories. Learned a lot from that week. It's just one of those weeks that, I've cherished ever since, and I will as long as I live.